Alexa, turn on greenhouse 3. Alexa, turn on greenhouse 5. Alexa, turn on greenhouse 7. And that's just one of the ways we use automation at Fill the Burn Hot Sauce. Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Kurt from Fill the Burn Hot Sauce. So today I'm going to talk about automation in your greenhouse. Right now I'm out in the greenhouse. We've got a 50-foot greenhouse. I'm standing in the older part of our greenhouse, right towards the back of it and stuff. There's a lot more on the other side of it, but I wanted to talk about how we automate things. So originally when we first had our greenhouse and we were growing peppers, one of the things that we used is we utilized these mechanical or analog timers. And they work great. These are things that all of you have seen. You put your Christmas lights on them, you do all that kind of stuff, right? You set the time it is of the day, and then you pull it up, push them down, whatever, in order to tell it when to turn off and on. And these work great. They're really reliable. They come on and off as you need them. But one of the things that's a challenge for us in Ohio growing peppers and growing anything in general is that we don't have as much sunlight as we'd like at times. Right now it's a little bit gloomy, if you can kind of tell from the glow or maybe the lack of glow. So we use grow lights in our greenhouse in order to help give our peppers a head start. We grow between 1,500 and 3,000 pepper plants a year, depending upon what kinds of sauce we need to make and so on and so forth, right? So we're always thinking about that and planning on things. And when we first started, again, we used these mechanical analog plugs and they worked great, but sometimes they would turn on and we didn't need the grow lights on. Or other times we'd need the grow lights and they weren't on because of the different sort of weather changes and things we were having. So we switched up to using smart plugs, right? I just happen to have one right here. So this is just a regular smart plug that you can get on Amazon, lots of different places. I think I bought them in like 5 or 6 packs, so I had a lot of different ones. One of the things you have to do is you download an app. But if you're doing this, what I recommend doing is finding smart plugs that connect with Alexa or Google. My preferred system is Alexa. I have an Alexa in the greenhouse. I have an Alexa all over the house. So I'm able to communicate and do those different sort of things. So having a smart house is really something that has helped us a lot as we're growing. And these smart plugs, they're a game changer. So, one of the things I can do is when I walk into the greenhouse, or if I'm in the house or wherever, I can, either with my voice command, tell Alexa to turn something on, turn it off, or I can actually use my phone too, right? There's an app, or different apps, right? The Alexa app, or depending upon what devices and stuff I'm using, there's different apps that I can connect to change things. So you might be asking yourself, okay, so why do I need to use this high tech in order to do different things, right? When these analog plugs can turn things off and on. Well, the answer is you don't, unless you really want to, right? I mean, these will turn things off and on if you've got set times where you want to run things, but sometimes I need to change things up. So today is gloomy, so I've got grow lights on, right? If the sun comes out though, I'm gonna turn those off because then the natural sunlight will replace the lights that I'm using from the grow lights. It's really important, in order to be able to do that, to give the pepper plants as much light as they need. There's a product that we use, it's called Yolink. I'll drop a link in the description. You can look for it, it's on Amazon, it's actually reasonably priced. And Yolink is a game changer as well. What you buy is a hub, right? You buy the hub and you connect it to your wireless network. That hub will also connect to Alexa, so that way you can talk directly to Alexa and ask different questions and whatnot. One of the things that we have in the Yolink series, and I'm going to grab it real quick here to show you, is I've got this digital thermometer, or a thermostat. So hopefully you can see this. It's 71 degrees in the greenhouse, and it also tells me humidity, right? So we've got the temperature and we've got the humidity. 71 degrees, 69 humidity, right? So that's pretty good. Pepper plants like it best when it's between 70 and 80 degrees. So being able to check this is really important, right? The temperature. So one of the things is I can ask Alexa, I can say, Alexa, what's the pepper house temperature? And normally she answers me, but for some reason she didn't feel like answering me this time. I might be too far away from her. But the other thing that I can do is on your phone, I can check, right? So I can see what the temperature is. It tells me what the temperature is. I can click on it and it will show me kind of how the temperature has been going, the humidity, all that kind of stuff. So it really gives me a lot of different detailed information that's important. One of the other things it does too is I've got a device in here, right? You kind of see this one here with the little red on it. This means that my battery's running low. So I've also got these different devices, and you probably can't see it. I'll take an image and put later. but up top here I've got one, and I've got one on the back wall too. So in our greenhouse we've got two different circuits, right? So one of the walls is on one circuit and the breaker, and another wall is on another circuit, right? So we've got detectors plugged in there. If we lose power in one of those, that it sends an alert to my phone, that it sends an alert to the app, that it texts me, so that way I know, right? That's really important, because if we lose power, we could potentially lose, heat, we could lose peppers, we could lose a lot of different things. So it's really important to know that stuff. So if I'm not here, if I'm not around the greenhouse, I'm not around home, maybe I'm an hour away, 2 hours away, whatever, I can check all that stuff everywhere, right? So I can see what's going on with the greenhouse. I can find out if the circuits, a couple years ago, we had a power failure. We lost power for a few hours, so we lost heat in the greenhouse. That was before we had a wood burner in here. We were burning wood, right? We had this electric heat. And what happened is, for about 4 hours, we didn't have power. The temperatures dropped below 30, and a lot of the plants that we had in here just died, right? Frost damaged them. Some of my bigger plants too also got injured. I've got my lemon tree right here. My lemon tree lost all of its leaves. I thought it was gonna die. I've got 2 avocado trees behind me. Both of them dropped everything. I had some bonsai and some other stuff too that I thought wasn't gonna make it, but they actually came back, and they came back stronger. So it's really talking about the resilience of plants and things like that, right? Mother Nature wants to find a way. So having all this different smart technology in the greenhouse is really useful for us, because I can check the temperature, I can check the humidity, if I need to go out and throw some more wood in, or if it gets too hot. So today in Ohio, the temperature is supposed to be around 50 degrees. If the sun comes out and it's 50, our greenhouse is going to get hot. Okay, so right now, the temperature is in the 70s, which is a good kind of zone to be in. But if it starts getting up too high, in the 90s or 100, then we've got some problems, right? The pepper plants, they don't like it when it's too hot. So one of the things that we can do is, on the back wall here, we've got a fan, an exhaust fan that sucks things out, and we've got that set up for certain temperatures, right? So it's important to know these kind of things, because even if that exhaust fan isn't working as good as it's supposed to, I can come in and do other things. If I see the greenhouse is too hot, I can hook up a fan down at the other end. I can open the door. There's a lot of different things that we can do to help to regulate the temperature. So it's really important that we have all these technologies at our hands, so that way we can do different things to help grow the peppers. I've also got the plants on timers. With Alexa, I can set timers on my phone. I can have it turn something on at a specific time and turn it off on a specific time, right? So I have that set up. But again, with these smart plugs, maybe it's really sunny and my timer's on and I don't want to use electricity, then I can turn it off. Or if it's going to be gloomy all day long, then I can just turn things on. So there's a lot of different ways that we use this smart technology in here. We could even set up systems in order to water our plants, but I don't do that. I like hand watering things, so I can see how the plants are doing, so that way I can check if there's any pests on the plants, so that way I can see if something needs more water than something else. But that's an option as well. There's a lot of different things that you can do to automate your greenhouse, and if you have any questions, just let us know. Comment down below, like and subscribe. Thank you guys for watching.